We're there at last. Absolute chaos at the moment because we've been trying to get everything organised because we're here in the UK. This is not a hologram. It is Tommy Burnett.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
And we're doing a mega mashup between the Wednesday night Open Mic Magic show and the Tuesday night Magic Theatre, which normally streams out of New York on a Tuesday night, would you believe? That's probably why it's called. I figured out why it's called the Tuesday Night Magic Theatre now.
I know.
Because you do it on the Tuesday
And
night.
they say Americans are slow.
So welcome along, everybody. We've got a great show as always lined up for you, and we've got two hosts for the price of one. What more can you want on a Wednesday evening when the nights are drawing in and it's getting chillier? So we'll warm you up.
Yeah.
So,
And we'll warm each other.
no.
No. Okay.
So we're going to hand over to our first performer, and I just need the gallery view there so we can say hello. In fact, let's just do a quick gallery view like this so the Facebookers can see you all. Hi there, everybody! Yay! Let's just make sure that Facebook says it's streaming, so I've got to assume it is. Would Facebook lie to us? Right, ready for our first act? Over to the Isle of Man and to our favourite man of mystery, Mr.
Michael Kelly.
Oh, thank you, Tommy and Kevin. Tommy and Kevin both. What a historic occasion this is. Yeah, I thought I'd celebrate by taking you to an art gallery. How about the studio of a painter from the early 1990s, a chap called James Willett. And he specialized in painting small portrait pictures of ladies. That was his thing. Portraits of young women. And as some artists tend to be, he was a very vain, arrogant man. And on one occasion, he had a woman coming to sit for him. It was the usual kind of thing. She was having her portrait painted, and she brought a friend along for moral support. That friend was called Sherry Bloom. And James Willett took quite a shine to Sherry Bloom. And over the course of the sittings, she accompanied her friend on a few occasions, and each time his suggestions became more and more, well, shall we say, unsubtle. And in the end, she'd had enough of it. And she said, look, I don't know who you think you are. I'm a happily married woman, and what makes you think I'd be interested in somebody like you? Would you stop it, please? And he apologized profusely. He said, I'm very sorry, I misread the situation. Could you please just wait behind when your friend has finished the sitting so I can apologize to you properly? It's, it really was bad of me. Anyway, she agreed, she waited behind. But James Willett really was a nasty piece of work. He did not like to be slighted, especially not in front of a witness. So he killed her, just like that. He murdered her. And for a little memento, he mixed her blood with his paints and painted a portrait of her to remember her by. And then he disposed of her body. I've got a few of his pictures in this box. And since I have a box tonight, I wonder if Leon could please lend me his voice. You don't need to be on screen, but if you, would that be okay, Leon?
Sure. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Well, what I've got here, I've got five reproductions of his portraits. I'll show you those in a minute. And also face down, I have a portrait of Sherry Bloom. but I'm going to cover this with a cloth so that you can't see it yet. And then we'll just pop it on this little easel here. So that can sit there until we're ready to look in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So let me show you these 5 pictures. One of these is a reproduction of the picture of Sherry Bloom, but which one? Take a good look at them all. So they're not bad portraits. He wasn't a bad painter. It's just his personality that was a bit off. I'm going to give these a mix, Leon. That should do it. And I'm just going to lay them out in a little row here, face down. We want to see if you can select the portrait of Sherry Bloom. We have 5. We'll call them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 is too many, of course. We only need 1. So we need to dispose of some of these. So could you please give me any 3 numbers between 1 and 5?
1, 3, 5.
1, 3, 5. Well, that's okay. We'll dispose of those. And that leaves us with 2. And what I'd like you to do now, Leon, is you have to feel this. Ideally, I would like you to take these up in your hands like so. So this one, whoops, let me, I'll start it. You can't see it. I'll stand it up again in a moment. This one would be in your right hand. This one would be in your left hand. And I'd ask you to stand there and please imagine that you're doing this. Try to get the tactile sense of it. One of them will become heavier and begin weighing your hand down, down towards the table. Which one? Your right hand or your left hand?
My right hand.
That one's becoming heavier.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's see which picture was heavier for you. It was this one. Was it Sherry Bloom? Well, we'll find out in a moment. But why should Sherry Bloom's portrait, why would it be heavier than the others? Well, there were heavy deeds behind it, of course, but also there was something that was very substance. You see, after he displayed it on his wall, something odd began to happen. The paints began to react badly with the blood that had been mixed into them, until it looked as if the picture was weeping tears of blood. So you have indeed identified the portrait of Sherry Bloom. She was, of course, listed as a missing person. The police soon found out that the last place she'd been seen was James Willett's studio. And when they got there, they found they were too late to question the man. He'd bled out on his own studio floor. It seemed he'd had an accident somehow and had badly mangled his hand, and he'd simply bled out. But that wasn't actually what happened, because Sherry Bloom's husband had put 2 and 2 together before the police did. When his wife didn't return home, the first thing he did was ask a friend who confirmed she'd been at the studio. He went round, he saw the weeping portrait, and he brought home a little souvenir, all of his very own.
Oh no.
The artist's finger and thumb and the brush he'd been holding.
Oh my word.
Poetic justice. Thank you,
Indeed.
Leon. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Tommy. On to more cheerful things.
We need to do the unmute stuff business, otherwise no one can hear us.
I know.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Yeah, that's really
It's
weird.
usually me who
Yeah,
makes,
it's usually you.
it's usually me who makes that
And,
mistake.
and
yeah.
I actually had this one specially made for both of us, but that's just so we just you just press the big
Yeah.
thing where it says unmute. Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. That's all about us today, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Should we forget the rest of the show? We're just
Yeah,
natter.
yeah,
Talk
we'll
about
just
stuff,
talk, yeah.
Shit about-
So,
Oh,
I
there's people out there.
Yeah.
There's people out there expecting magic.
No, well, I guess,
Hello. Yeah,
I
Jill's
guess-
nodding her head. Yeah.
yeah, I so,
Okay.
I guess we should introduce
Yeah.
the
The
next
next
act,
act, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'll let you do it for a change because
Okay.
you're co-hosting. So
Okay, so I was just guess somebody on this before, whatever, is somebody that we both admire and respect and love having her on the show. Please help us both welcome the lovely and talented Robina.
Thank you, Robina. Take a bow. Take a bow. We had about 30 seconds too much music. We'll edit it out in post.
In post, yeah.
Indeed, yeah. So it'll look absolutely perfect when it's on YouTube. Okay, so our next performer has got lost in the ether somewhere. Xanadu was meant to be the next one up, but we can't find him. And Robin,
Yeah, I can't find him.
you've been
Yeah.
looking under everything and
He's not.
texting. We've
He's
been
not. He's not in my head. So
texting furiously, so
Yeah.
we will have to move on to a mystery act, because I have no idea who this is. Normally I know what the aliases are, but this one just says the Twilight Zone. So over to the Twilight Zone.
You're traveling to another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Hello everybody. How are you? My name is Kevin Peel. Kevin A. Peel, sometimes called Kevin Sex Appeal. And like you can see here on my side, I am the Magic Man. So I'm wondering, Tommy, would you like to help me?
yes, I would.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, wonderful to see you. There was some guy that besides you that I've seen him before, but well, let's not dwell on that. Tommy,
Yes.
I've got 4 cards here, and those 4 cards, they are the 4 jacks.
Okay.
And if you can help me with this, it's very simple. You just have to pay attention. So the 4 jacks,
Yep.
the diamond,
Okay.
the club,
Uh-huh.
the heart, and the spade. And I'm gonna turn them around one by one, but not like this. I'm gonna do it in a magical way.
Okay.
And I'm not even gonna turn them like this. This is not magical enough. I'll show you how I'll turn them around. So the spade is going to be the first one that turns around in a magical way. So you're ready?
I'm very ready.
I do it like this. Did you see it?
No, I didn't. Wow.
It's turned around. So the club is going to be the next one. Did you see it?
That one I saw, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
Now the club has turned around. And next is the heart.
Oh,
Did it
Wow.
turn around? And last but not least, the diamond. So if I take the diamond and put it aside, what happens is I am going to take it back, bring it invisibly. You see it's invisible?
Yeah.
Put it on top
I
of
believe it. I believe it.
but you still can't see it because it you know it is invisible. You still can't see it. It hasn't been made visible yet. If I do like this, now it's visible again.
Wow.
And I don't know if you noticed that I've done some changes to the jacks. Did you notice what color the back was?
No, I wasn't paying attention
Were
to
they
you
blue?
because you look very weird right now. So
Oh, you were just looking at me. You were just looking at me.
no, I think they were blue. I think they
Yeah,
were blue.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But I've changed them now. Besides blue, what would be your favorite color? Just so I know.
I like chartreuse, but how about green? We'll go with green.
Okay, very good choice. Very good choice.
Oh,
Green.
hey, yes.
Yeah. But if you would have said red, I would also have been able to produce that. Or
Okay.
yellow. Or
Wow.
even pink.
Pink. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So now I'm wondering, Kevin, can you help me, please?
I could do if I can stop giggling.
Yes. So you're Kevin. I'm Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Your Dutch relative. So I'm wondering. Oh, look! I've got the microphone and everything. Yeah. So I'm wondering. Can I pick into your imagination
You can try.
and imagine that you're on a hot summer day, walking on the beach, and you come to a small ice cream stand. It's a small stand. They have 4 choices in the flavors. Do you see the
Yep.
flavors?
Yep.
So I'm gonna
Yep.
put this down here, and what you're gonna do is you're going to think of one of the flavors here, burn it in your mind.
Yep.
You've got Belgian chocolate, salted caramel, vanilla, and raspberry.
Indeed. Yep.
And then it is your turn. And the lady at the ice cream stand says, "Can I help you, sir?" What do you say?
I say yes, you can.
What would you like, sir?
Oh, well, there's no competition. It's got to be salted caramel.
Salted caramel.
Yeah.
Look, there's nothing inside here. But on the other side,
Yay!
I knew it.
You know me far too well.
Yeah,
You are my alter ego.
let's say that. So, thank you, Kevin with a V. Thank you, Tommy.
With a V.
I'll see you later.
I want a copy of that picture of me. I love that picture.
Yes, that's very
Yeah,
good.
it's very nice.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Thank
from
you,
the
Kevin
Twilight
and
Zone.
Tommy.
It's been a pleasure to, well, I could say it's been a pleasure, but I'd be lying. Thank you for appearing for us. And I have a sneaky feeling just in the back of my head that Gunnar from Iceland probably set that up with Kevin.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Kevin, thank you, Gunnar. Thank you for bringing him on the show.
Yes.
I'm, so 6s and 7s, as we say.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Let's have a look at the running order and see who's coming up. And so over to the fantastic, not him, other way, him there. There we go. Wayne Goodman. Hello, Wayne.
Hello, everybody. So I'm not going to lie, I'm shattered. I've just driven back from Alakazam, which is a few hours drive away, and I literally walked in and came straight here and set up. I haven't had a shave. I do apologise. It's been a hectic day. No excuse. I'm going to do 2 tricks for you. One of them is a brand new thing that I came up with on the way home, and I was talking to my friend Drew about who's watching. But the first one is a classic, and it's one that I love to perform, and it is a bit reminiscent of the first trick that we saw today about murder. I'm fascinated by murder. I'm fascinated by deception and micro expressions and deceit. And so I look at a lot at murder mysteries and mystery stories. And about 20 years after Jack the Ripper, there was another serial killer. Now, at this time, especially in English history, serial killers were unheard of. Jack the Ripper was pretty much considered to be the first, even though there were once before him. And then around the turn of the century, there was another one, and his name was the Collector. And they called him the Collector because he was pretty much recognized as the first murderer to take souvenirs from the bodies. Now, we're going to come back to that in a minute. I have some bits here. We have a little wallet here. We don't need that now. And what I've got here is some suspects. Now, at the time, they didn't know whether it could be a man or a woman. So there are men and there are women here. I've got 10 suspects here. So Tommy or Kevin, would you just give me a number between 1 and 10? Not including 1 or 10, but between.
Tommy, over to you.
The first number that popped into my head was 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that brings us to Jason. Now I'm going to take him off there. You can see that they're all different. They all have different numbers of names and letters, are all different in every single one. Would you say that was a fair choice?
Absolutely.
So you're, as my psychic detective here, you weren't drawn to Margaret, for instance, or Elizabeth, or Benjamin, or Henry, or William, or George, or Thomas. You were drawn to Jason. You said the number, we dealt down to it, and that is where we ended up.
Well, to be honest, I was attracted to Victoria, but she's probably dead by now.
Yeah, I think they're all dead by now, but
Yeah.
I did tell you that the Collector took souvenirs. Now,
Yeah.
this is just an envelope. There's nothing else. And if you were here now, I would have you examine this envelope. There's nothing inside it. But we have here some items. So the first thing we have is a pocket watch. We have a key, very reminiscent of your talk last night, Tommy.
Right.
We have a perfume bottle. We have a ring, and we have a pipe. Now, if you go back 120, 130 years, the police were very different from where they are today. You know, they didn't have forensics and things like that. But they do say that every murderer made one mistake, and they did find the murderer. They found the Collector, and it was Jason. And the mistake he made was he was so vain. He was so vain that he had to inscribe each item that he stole from the victims, and he inscribed them with one letter from his name.
Whoa,
we get.
No. Wow.
And you have Jason. Hidden in plain sight. Okay, I'm going to do one more quick trick for you, and I've got a pack of cards here. I have one card here. This is a blue back card. This is my prediction, and the rest of the cards are all red back. Now, the cards are all shuffled up. We can give them a quick shuffle. The idea here, very simple, is we're going to have one card selected, and you can choose any one of these cards that you would like, but we are going to make it a bit more difficult and a bit more random. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out I'm going to cut roughly about halfway, so we've got half face up and half face down. Is that fair?
Yeah.
But you can see the cards are all mixed up, and I am going to, and you just always shuffle them anyway, and if you were here you could have shuffled them. I'm just going to riffle shuffle them together. Actually, I'm going to do that a bit better than that because that wasn't very good.
Yeah, that's how I normally shuffle.
There we go. And I'm gonna, there's still a bit rough there actually, but that's okay. I'm gonna push these in, and again, if you were here, you could push them in. I'm just tired. I do apologize.
Yeah, no.
So the cards are shuffled face up and face down. Okay. And so now we've got cards. If I spread them out, you can see face up into face down.
Yeah.
And you can see here mixed together. If I turn them over, we'll actually show you here that you know they are all different. Of course they are, because you could have had any single one you wanted. In fact, I will do one more quick face up into face down and push them in again. So they are really, really mixed face up and face down and together. And now I'm going to get a bit sloppy. I'm going to scatter them around like this. I'm going to keep that in shot there, but I'm going to try and make it here. And Tommy, I would like you to choose one of these face down cards. So what I'm going to do is I'll use this pen and I'm just going to move around. And whenever you say stop, say you say stop here, well, then I'll give you an option of one of these face down cards in this area. So just when you get to an area you want me to stop in, Tommy, just say stop.
Stop.
Here. So we've got quite a few cards this bit. So just say stop again when I touch the face down card that you'd like.
Stop.
This one?
No, go back.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to change your mind?
I always want to change my mind, but for now, I will stick with that.
Okay, I'm going to place that card there. I'm going to get rid of the pen, and I will sort these out later on. So I'm just going to get rid of all those cards over there. But you could see there were plenty of face down cards and plenty of face up cards.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Very.
And you saw me shuffle the cards. You saw me riffle shuffle them together. You saw me mix them all up on the table, make a real mess there. And you saw me end up with one card here. Well, this is the card that you chose. And this card has been on the table since the get-go. This is my prediction here. So if I turn over this card, we'll see what it is. Okay, the Jack of Hearts. Good card.
Yeah.
That's a random selection. I even gave you an option to change your mind at the end. You could have chosen any card, but you chose the Jack of Hearts.
Yeah.
And in that completely fair mixing up and your completely free choice of card, wouldn't it be amazing if I had the Jack of Hearts?
Wow.
There we go. Wayne Goodman original, brand new. I've never performed that before. That's the first time I've ever done it.
Can I change cards now?
Of course you can, Tommy. Oh no, I've moved the camera. Oh, Gunther. Before I go though, I would like to just mention that Tommy had a korma and thought it was too spicy.
Wow.
This is something I never intend to let him live down. Kevin, could I ask you a quick favour before we go to the next performer?
Go on.
At the very end of this, can we do something with the whole group?
Yeah, of course we can.
Well, I would like it recorded, and then if we can, just edit it and send me that one small section.
Yeah.
But I'm hosting a Magic Day on Saturday, and Ryland Petty's coming, and he's going to be 10 on that day.
Yeah.
And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we changed the view to the whole, so it's like the Muppet thing where we've got everybody on there, and I just say, everybody, please pass your wishes, and they all shout happy birthday to Ryland. I think that would be a really lovely thing to add on to the end of the video.
Or we can do that now if you want, Wayne.
Yeah, we can. Well, it'll be easy to do at the end because then we can cut it off.
Unless you want it as a surprise.
Yeah.
But we can do it now, and I can edit it out and send it to you.
Yeah, go on, let's do it now then. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Can we change things so we can see the whole...
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're in gallery view.
Oh, I can't see gallery. How do I change? How do I see gallery? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Oh, hello everybody. I can see you all now.
Yeah.
Okay, so very, very quickly, thanks all for watching my show here tonight. Thanks to Tommy and for Kevin for having me on. Before I go, I want to do one last quick thing. And everybody on 3, a big happy birthday, Ryland. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday,
Ryland! Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Oh, look, we've got 10 as well. There we go. So yeah, happy birthday, Ryland. Have a great day. 10 is such a great age, and enjoy it and make the most of your magical day that you're going to be enjoying. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you.
And thank you everybody for doing that for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
And thanks everyone in our wonderful gallery for doing that for Ryland Petty.
Yeah.
Who is a young magician who has a wonderful and fantastic career ahead of him.
Yeah.
He's also a lovely lad.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just say hello to Lord Harry, who's just joined us. I just noticed him pop into the room.
Hello, my lord. Hello, my lord.
Yeah, hello, my lord.
Hello, my lord.
Right, okay, so enough of that nonsense. Thank you, Tommy. And thank you, Wayne, that was great. Right, so we are going from the UK. We're going to say Viva España and hand you over to my very good friend
Hola.
down there in España, Sieko. Hello, Sieko.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hola.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can, yes.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, it's great being back. This is actually a piece I performed on the show, I think, for a few months ago, but a few months back, probably a year back or so. But yeah, I'm sort of stepping in, so I just grabbed whatever was closest, and here we go. I'm hoping that my sound works. I had to kind of get everything going, so here we go. Here we go.
Burn him. The man is a witch. That is
Thank you so
absolutely,
much.
Yeah.
absolutely fabulous. Thank you, Sieko.
A little bit impromptu, but hope you enjoy.
Lovely routine. Absolutely fantastic. No, I'm not even going to go there. Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So from the south of Spain back to the UK and up north and north of the border to our next act. Scott Paton, come in, Scott. Lovely to see you again. Hopefully, if you're there. There he is. Hey.
Hello. All right, so I need a volunteer. Could you help me, Kevin?
Indeed, yes.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to try a little experiment of the mind, and we're going to get you to create a playing card in your mind, like an artist. So we've obviously had an act just recently that was about an artist doing things, and it went a bit gory at the end, but we're going to get you to think of an artist painting the perfect playing card. So you're just going to get this white canvas, and right in the corner you're going to see a number start to appear. So when you've got that number in mind, just lock that number in mind, and you're also going to start to see color start to appear, either red or black. So when you've got that color in the card, I want you then to sharpen the focus up. And when you sharpen the focus up, you will see that it's a suit. And you'll see one of the suits, either clubs, hearts, spades, or diamonds. So one of these suits will obviously go with the color, and you'll see again that small value and number, and that will then create a full playing card. Have you got a playing card in mind?
Yes.
Don't say what it is, but have you got one in mind?
I have, yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to just use the suit at the moment, and just keep thinking of that suit over and over again. Oh, good. Just think of the first letter of that suit for me.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we're going to try something a little bit different. I wouldn't usually try this, but we'll give it a bash. So why don't you take that letter, whatever that letter is of the suit, and think of a country that starts with that letter.
Okay, yeah.
Can you think of a country that starts with that letter?
I can indeed, yeah.
Fantastic. Good. Now, if you were just to imagine this country, is this 7 letters? If you were to spell it out.
It is indeed, yes.
Oh, fantastic. It's like I'm reading your mind. That's brilliant.
It is indeed.
All right,
yes.
that's good. This is a red card you're seeing as well, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And just keep focusing on the details for me. If you were to think of that country, can you see the letter E in this word?
I think so, yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the letter E. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
7 letters, and you can see the letter E in this. This is cool, yeah. Okay, just keep thinking of the word. Does this have... Is this a heart you're picturing? Like a
It is
beating
indeed,
heart?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
Yep.
A
Yep.
beating heart.
Beating
Excellent. So just keep thinking of that country for me. Let's make this a wee bit more random. If you were thinking of a number card,
Yeah.
why don't you change it to a picture card? And if you're thinking of a picture card, change it to a number card.
Okay.
All right. And what we'll also do is, again, if you just to think of this value as spelled out, is this got an even amount of letters?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, does that make sense? An even amount of letters?
Yeah.
So something like, does it have an I in it as well?
It does, yeah.
Yeah. See, I was thinking of the 9, but I don't think it is the 9. I've changed my mind. It's this would be the King of Hearts, correct?
Yep, that's the one. Yeah.
Fantastic. And you would be in the country of Hungary right now?
I'm in Hungary holding a King of Hearts. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Kevin. And enjoy
Excellent.
the rest of the show.
Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. It's like you're inside my head.
But not mine.
No,
Oh.
no, nobody could get inside that head, Tommy.
Well, I have invisible aluminium.
Yeah. You mean
Over.
aluminum?
Not aluminium.
Right, okay. So we are hoping to go over to California and join the wonderful and wacky Charles Schneider. But I can see at the moment, oh, there we go. He has he's got his camera up and running. So we're ready to zoom over to over the little pond, the Atlantic-y thing.
Yeah.
Over the continent, over the
US.
Divide, and,
Yeah.
we're there.
Yeah.
California,
Yeah.
Charles Schneider,
Yeah.
come on in.
Hello.
Hello.
You will not. The timing is unbelievable. This is the utter truth. My lights, my power has just gone out 45 seconds ago.
Oh no.
No. It wasn't me.
Honestly, just after I spent half an hour setting up exquisite mood lighting for you all. No, seriously, I knew that my friends in the Nevada City area of California had a power outage, but literally the second you know what they say? Even with a turkey that you know will fold, you got to go on with the show. And I am fully prepared. I'm very excited to be here. Tommy, what are you doing over there?
I don't know. I don't know.
I knew you were. I knew you were going there. I knew about the trip, and you guys look fantastic there on the screen together. It brings me nauseous it brings such joy to my heart. I mean, you really look in your element, man. I don't know.
I love it here. I love it here. I really do.
You should spend you obviously should get a cottage and spend half your time. I don't know. Anyways, congratulations on making that dream come true. That is real magic. All right, then let's move on. Without a doubt, and I'm telling you the truth about the lighting, so lights might magically come on. Meanwhile, we'll get kind of gothic, shall we? The power of the there is so much magic in books. If you could see my home, I must. Good Lord, am I back?
You're back.
You are.
You're back. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it was really weird. I was on this cliff looking at this endless gulf in some other dimension, but I'm back.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. That's cool. All right. I think we've delayed enough. Let me begin with one thing. I talk about the magic of books. I cannot recommend 2 books more than the following. It is Art and Magic by Sam Sharp.
Oh, it is.
This is published by the Miracle Factory, and it's kind of hard to find, but just find it. And the other one is Neo Magic Artistry by Sam Sharp. This British, somewhat amateur, semi-professional magician lived in the last century, and he lived in Sherwood Forest. But early in his career, he wrote some of the most amazing books of magic philosophy. And then this book, which everybody from Juan Tamariz to Jeff McBride, everybody has built upon this. It's been so inspirational. There's a section in here called 1,000 Words on Wonder. And that's all it is. If you have a short attention span, it's just thousands and these short, inspiring bursts about magic and wonder. Weird, what's that reflection in my glasses? That's very strange. So I thought before I get on with a very interesting effect, I would just read a couple of quotes about magic and wonder and how important wonder is to our lives. And these are quotes by different people. What he did is he collected them together. I think that one of the secrets of life consists in keeping alive a sense of wonder and awe, so that you look upon the world, at least in part, with the eyes of a child. All too quickly, the horizons of life contract to the commonplace four walls of the office or the kitchen. C.E.M. Joad. In wondering, we shall reach the kingdom. Goethe. Wonder is the emotion which acts as a key to the emancipation of the spirit of man from materialism. The world is full of you tapping your feet. Now let me show you one of my favorite books. I love poetry. I feel that the world has lost a sense a bit of the poetic. And even as a kid, I discovered old poetry, and I would sit like a young goth reading melancholic Victorian spooky poetry. And one of my favorite poets is this guy, T. Page. He wrote this book, Shadows and Moonlight. And it is a book of really awesome, sort of neo-decadent poetry. It feels like it was written in the 1890s. It's all about anguish and my love is like a pale mask upon the seas of doubt. And it's great. There are, there are about 35 different poems in here. Quatrain, Pilgrimage. Oh, by the way, this entire time that I've been talking, I hope you've noticed behind me, that's a painting that I did. Oh, I can't turn the light on. It's a woman, she's morphing into a death's head moth. You see her, and there's a pupae, a cocoon. It's beautiful. And in front of her is a box. I put something in that box. Oh, you know I did. Earlier today, much earlier. I dare say it's what you might call a prediction. There's only one thing in that box. So don't take your eyes off it for the next moment or two. Well, keep one of your eyes on it. Do whatever you want with the other eye. It has these old clasps on it. I don't have 47 assistants hiding behind this filthy rat-infested sofa thing. Just that box. And my lovely book, Shadows and Moonlight. Oh, and a deck of playing cards. Tommy, I would like
Yes.
to, I'd like to memorialize and make fact of the fact that you're there and it's wonderful and use you as my assistant today. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Yay. Tommy,
Yes.
I'm going to ask you, we're going to make two choices with you. One is going to be conscious and the other is going to be unconscious. Right?
Okay.
Let me begin with the conscious one. Oh, we'll begin with the conscious one. So this book, Shadows and Moonlight, and it's really, I'll even read a moment of the foreword. Just a moment. Oh, it is dedicated to all who have loved. This book's from about 1927. It was written in Hollywood. It's dedicated to all who have loved. I dedicate this book. It matters not at all whether it be beauty that you have loved, or women, or men, or existence. Why should one feel the need to apologize for writing any more than he might need to apologize for breathing, or for loving, or indulging in any form of the other activities of life? For having written so much, I shall proceed with an apology. Those who recognize this quote, he goes on and on. Tommy, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to blind you. This is called Tears Shall Be Mine. I'm gonna read the names of these different poems. And if one leaps out at you and you think that's the poem I want to hear, Charles, they're all completely different. I could read every poem in here, and they span, he must have written them over 30 years. Some of them are better than others, but they're good. They're pretty good if you like, if you like old time poetry. This is called Consolation to a Young Lover. Values. In a draper's shop. Not to be confused with Paul Draper. The day ends. Haunted. Age comes. Morning. Pilgrimage, a poem in prose. Nocturne. Nocturne?
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm not going to force you to pick any. So, should we go with this one called Nocturne?
Yeah. Yeah. Nocturne is exactly the one I was thinking. Yeah.
Nocturne?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, don't forget there's a box behind me there.
How can I forget?
By not drinking that ginkgo tea. Alrighty then. Don't worry, it's all in the presentation. That was your conscious choice, Tommy.
Okay.
That was the conscious part. You picked Nocturne. The Day is Dead. Oh boy, that's a pretty depressing beginning.
Yeah,
the world is packed with more. Gosh. Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. I'm going to read the poem Nocturne in a moment.
Okay.
You get a screenshot of that.
Nice.
Now the unconscious part, Tommy. We'll just use a deck of cards because I need to get a number. We need to quickly manifest a number. Tommy,
Okay.
I'm going to cut them. If you were here, these would be your gorgeous hands with the oil of Olay. Tommy, is that enough? Should I cut here?
Perfect.
perfect.
Yeah.
Tommy, okay. This means that what we're going to do is add up this number you cut to and the number on top of it.
Okay.
What's that?
That would be a 10.
Okay. And that one, oh,
A 9, so 19.
okay, let's remember that. I'm going to
Mhm.
remove these things. 19.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's get on with the poetry, shall we?
Yeah, let's.
You just express what you express vocally is what Kevin looks like facially. I know you're digging it though. It's no business like show. I'm trying. It's in the dark here. I'm not a bat. It's nocturnal. Okay. Speaking of which,
Speaking of nocturnal, yeah.
that
yeah.
was weird.
Yeah.
Well, not really. Okay, I'm going to read the poem. If you want, there's a screenshot. You know, the day is dead. The world is black, with morning for its light, and night has come instead. Rose of the dark, night blooming flowers are fairest after all. Now love shall call, and I must hark. Night made for kisses must not waste away. The moon shines bright on me. Why name it for Diana, virgin, chaste? Love shall not waste a night as fair as this in chastity. Gee, but welcome in with music at your birth. Venus, eternal beauty of the earth. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was such a filthy poem. Really, they don't write them like that anymore, luckily. Well, all right then. Now, let's get to that number so we can all get on with our lives.
I wasn't thinking that. He was thinking that. I wasn't thinking that.
It's all telepathy. And the number that your cards added up to was which?
19. 1 9.
The day is dead, for the world is black, with morning for its light, and night has come instead. Rose of the dark night. Okay, that should be about 19 within there. 1, 2, 3, 4, dead. 5, 6, 7, 8, black, with 8 black, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 night, 16, 17 come instead, 18 rose, 19 of the dark, rose. Rose of the dark, night blooming flowers. So your number landed on what was the number, Tommy?
19.
Oh, and what was the name?
A rose.
Tommy, you and I, Tommy.
Wow. Wow. That was beautiful. Wow.
Well,
Tommy, I give this to you and to all of England.
Gimme. Thank you, Charles.
thank you, Charles.
That was great.
That's the best use of 19 I've had.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a long time. Fabulous. Thanks ever so much. Right, okay, looking at the running. Oh my God, who's next? Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah, I hate this guy.
I hate this guy as well.
Oh.
He's sitting right next to me. He's going to
Me?
attempt, yes, yeah, he's going to attempt something.
And
I will hand you over to the capable hands. I'll hand you to the capable. That's really badly presented.
Yeah, and
I'll have to work better on my
and
pattern
he's an
correction.
Englishman. He should
Yeah.
know better. I'm American.
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
English is
Yeah.
rubbish.
Tommy Burnett, everybody.
Good evening, everyone, and I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here in England. I've been having such a wonderful time, and I don't want to go back home. But I have my little dog waiting for me at home, so I have to go home. I want to go home for him, but because we're here together, I'm going to perform something on him, and then when he comes up, he's going to perform something on me. So,
Surgery.
well, so you weren't supposed to say anything, but yeah, he's gonna remove my back teeth because I've been having some issues. But no, so if we can come down to the table here, perfect, and we can move this up. Oh,
which view
even
would you
better,
like that
even
view
better,
there?
yeah. That's better so you can see nothing is happening behind the table. So we have a clear box filled with puzzle pieces, and if I remember correctly, this when you put it all together, it makes a famous painting.
In fact, Tommy has been sitting there all afternoon putting a puzzle together.
I have, yes, and underneath here is that finished puzzle minus one piece. And hopefully Kevin will be able to find that piece in here. Now, I realize that you know that he's a musician, so I'm going to ask him to show his hands empty and keep them in the shot the whole time. I'll keep mine to the side, so you know I'm not feeding him any special pieces. But if you just want to open that box and mix stuff around, and you can even dump some out onto the cloth so people can see. Yeah, in fact, yeah. In fact, pull them out until you feel you have enough on the table, and then you can close the box, and you can see there are quite a few left in the box. So
in fact, I'm going to just randomly throw some in.
oh,
and take some more
excellent,
out. There we
excellent,
go.
yeah, perfect.
That makes it
Yeah.
a little bit more random as well.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, you can leave it. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. We'll just put that to one side. And now what I want you to do is take out one of the pieces that is face down, so you
Oh, so I
don't
can't see
know.
what it is. Hang on.
Yeah. So
What I'm
you-
going to do, Tommy, if this is a good idea, rather than just in case people think one of these has got a mark on it or something, Jill, are you
Oh,
with us there,
excellent,
Jill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Jill.
You can see that I've selected a load of pieces out of that box, sprinkled them on the table. Some are face up, some are face down, and Tommy wanted me to select one, but rather than me selecting one, if I just slowly go from one to the other, you just say stop, okay? That
Okay.
way it'll be fair.
Well, now,
That one?
no, the one
The
before.
one before.
The one before?
That
That
one.
one.
That one
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So you
have
don't
it.
want
Yeah.
any of that, you don't want any of the other face down ones, yeah?
No.
And of course they can't use any of the face up ones. We
Right.
said just the face down.
Because
So
we
do you want-
already know those. So
so
yeah.
shall we,
Yeah. Just put
Again,
those
back
back
in
in
the
the box. And again, Jill, you could have had him stop on any of these pieces, and they are all different, as you can see. I did want him to take one face down so you don't know what is on the face, but if you could, yeah, put it to one
Yeah,
side.
if I go like that,
Yeah,
so it stays in shot.
And now you can see what the painting is. It's the lovely Mona Lisa, and you can almost tell right away that
It's my mother.
you can almost tell right away that the piece fits exactly in there. Yes, and
Wow.
Jill, you do that yourself with a little bit of help from us, but you just broke my puzzle, man.
Oh no.
There we go, I'll just put it back. I managed to crack off some of the bits at the bottom.
There we go. That's all right.
Again.
Good. And so there it is, the Mona Lisa, which I recently found out is almost this exact size.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was that small.
Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah. So thank you, Jill, and we'll go back to Kevin.
Yeah, I'll just.
Lovely to see you.
It's so lovely to see you too.
Are you appearing anywhere in the UK?
Am I what?
Are you appearing anywhere?
Oh, I wish. Maybe the next time I'm here,
Oh.
but not this time. I would love to see you in person. Yeah. But maybe
Me
next
too.
time. Yeah, thank you, Jill.
So Tommy, if you want to
Yep, I'm
crack on
and
and crack up your puzzle.
gotta clear all these pieces.
Yeah, clear it all
All
up.
right, okay.
Okay, and we will.
He's so bossy.
I know. Jill, do you want to stay with us?
I'm here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And if I go back to this camera, there we go. Let's have a look which camera we're on. Oh, we want one's probably best.
Yeah.
Jill. Again, Tommy's going to be your hands, but you're going to tell him what to do with those hands.
Oh my.
What I have
Be careful, Jill.
is rather a nice ornate. Let me just go to that camera there so I get up close with it.
Better.
And you can see it's a spike on a wooden base. There's nothing particular about it. And there's a little box or circular pill. And inside there's an item. And if I just go like that, there's one item. Let's go to the overhead camera so you can see there's one item in there. Okay, and if I just very carefully try and take it out. Oh, no, I'm not going to take it out. Okay, we'll put the lid back on and go back to that view there. And you can see there's a spike.
Yeah.
Inside.
We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. So yeah, no, we're not doing that. No.
Inside this bag, there's another bag. I'll just show that bag. It is black, but there is nothing.
Yeah.
In there, just in case you don't
Yeah,
there's anything fishy going on. Just turn it inside out and then back the right way. There's a smaller bag, and inside the smaller bag we have some skulls. I'll just go stick them on. And so we have skulls on a spike.
Yes.
Ooh.
How many? Three.
Three
skulls.
And three different colours.
Yes.
So Jill, Tommy's going to be your hands. Can you put your hands into view here, Tommy?
Yes, I can.
There we go.
My hands are empty. Yes.
And I'm going to do again. This bag. I'll just turn this inside out again, so you can see that there's nothing. It's not a trick bag of any sort.
No.
With mirrors and hidden pockets and smoke machines.
No.
I'm going to drop the skulls into the bag one at a time. We'll just keep it in shot. 1, 2, 3. And Tommy is going to put his hand in there and mix the skulls around. So can you put your hand in there so you can't see? I'll hold it this way.
Yeah, my hands are empty,
So you
by the way.
can't see
So
me. No one can see.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep this in shot, Tommy. Hang on, we're not in shot. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm not the one who set this start up. So.
So now,
Okay.
Jill,
Yeah.
tell Tommy when to stop mixing.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
And Jill, Tommy's going to grab one of those and stick it on the spike, and you tell him So grab one so it's buried in your hand so no one can see.
Okay, I have one.
And Jill, are you happy now? It's mixed it off.
Yeah, that's
You
fine.
pull out that one. I'm going to
Okay.
stick it on the spike. But Tommy, do you want to change it before you stick it on the spike? Do you want to change your mind?
I don't, but
Jill, do you want him to change his mind?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Put it back
Okay,
in.
so I'll put it back in and grab a different one. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a different one.
And stick it on the spike.
Okay, and that one is the red one.
And so we've stuck
Oh,
a red skull
So I can see. Okay, here we
on
go.
the spike.
Yep.
Now, Jill, do you feel that you made all the choices for Tom? He had a perfectly free choice. He couldn't see. You even told him to change, and he mixed them around again.
yeah.
And we'll just pour out the remaining two, which are. Would you put the red one on the spike? And we have the white and the green left over. But that was your choice, was the red skull.
Yeah.
Now, the skulls know. The skulls always know. And if I open this box and take out what's in there, and just hold that there so you can see, and there's nothing else in the box. There is
What?
Wow.
a red
Wow.
The spirits move in mysterious ways.
serious way,
Very good,
as
yes.
always. Thank you, Jill. Thanks for helping.
Thank you.
And from that's about all we've got time for tonight. So from the Terrible Twins.
Oh, by the way, I had to
Oh yes,
say goodbye to a very dear friend.
you did indeed. Yes, and
My hat that I've had for at least 5 years now fell apart, and so Kevin was kind enough to take me shopping. So now I am an official Englishman.
he now has a proper flat cap. Yeah, so you can go back to New York and proudly say. Oh, you're matching Charles.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we've got to say thank you for joining us on this auspicious occasion, because it won't happen. It probably won't happen again unless Tommy moves here to the UK, which we're hoping he's going to do at some point in the future.
Well, I will be back regardless. But
So for all of you out there, thanks a lot. You've been here tonight, and let's just say good night from our performers, Michael Kelly, Robina, the Twilight Zone, which I suspect was Gunnar was behind.
I think so, but I honestly don't know.
Yeah. Wayne Goodman, fantastic as always. Sieko, all the way from Spain. Scott from north of the border in Scotland. Charles Schneider in California. Tommy Burnett,
Yeah, Babette.
Tommy Tommy Burnett, normally in New York City, but here on the south coast, just outside Brighton, and myself, Kevin Peel. To all of you out there, good night. Thanks for joining us. We will say goodbye to those in Facebook land. Bye, 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 Facebook.
Goodbye.
And they've gone. And we will stop the recording just like that.